Hey, and welcome back to Garage Reviews 101. I touched base on this particular product last time with the Samsara spool. It's the Blazing burner. Um, you can kind of pick this up online from whatever website you use to shop at. That runs about 75 bucks. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to kind of review it and kind of give you a demonstration on how to kind of like break it down, clean it, and kind of light up some coals. In this particular example, I'll be using some not coconut coals, but some titanium coconut coals, and we'll see how fast it lights it up in comparison to maybe what you're used to is using those ceramic coil plates. Personally, I do highly recommend using the Blazing burner. It's just 75 bucks for one of these things. It's kind of what kind of deters people. So let me go ahead and fix this camera here. You're looking at the back of it. It comes with about a 7-foot cable to plug in the wall, so you can really pretty much have it in anywhere. I'm about into a year of owning this, and I've had zero issues with it. There's been no weird hiccups, no nothing. The only thing is just you kind of have to clean it from time to time because if you're going to drop 75 bucks on it, you might as well kind of protect your investment, kind of get it clean. So let's go ahead and do that. It looks really, really awesome. This is actually a dirty one. I clean mine every probably once or twice a month, or sorry, once every 1 or 2 months, or actually really depends on the usage. It's really, really awesome. It centers and directs all your heat upward, and really gets those coals lighting. So it's been pretty awesome so far. So the only thing you're really going to need is just a basic screwdriver, a little baby head one. I don't necessarily know the measurement, just a small enough screwdriver. You just undo these two screws right here on the top of the burner here, and they come out pretty simple. And note to self, they have all the parts that typically come with this are replaceable. So should you have an issue with one, if you do, you can always replace those, and they cost around between the $10 to $20 range, depending on what part they actually are. So this is the grate. You don't put your coals on here. We have a separate little carriage for that. This is just what you set it on to get it going. So you have these two elements here, and they get hot very, very fast. That's where they claim to get all the heat up to, what, 800 degrees Fahrenheit and 13 nanoseconds, something like that. I don't know. Go ahead and get you a nice good look at that with the grate off. Has a barrier here that kind of helps direct the heat upwards and makes it easier to clean on the inside. These two elements here, all you have to do is kind of just pull, and it's kind of like a battery, and you just slide it right out. And you'll do it and repeat the same process for the other one. So it's like there's a nice springiness to it. New out of the box, these elements come in like a protective, I don't know, it's like a protective sheet covering over each of the elements. But having to take these in and out of the actual device, kind of just to clean them as well. I just took them off personally. They made it easier to clean. So typically what I do this in front of a sink, so I can get some water running over it. After they're cooled, obviously it's not going to be this is burning hot and then just go straight to water. And I personally use a razor blade, and it just seems when you're cooking coconut coals on top of it, some of the debris from the coal will kind of drip on, not drip, but kind of just flake off onto the element itself and kind of build up, as you can see here. And like these are a year old, so this has had some wear and tear on it. But typically what I'll do is I'll run this underwater and kind of grab a razor blade and kind of just scrape it off as the water's running. You don't have to press too hard, just enough to kind of where it's just smooth to kind of go across both sides. And you don't have to do the bottom. That shouldn't be getting dirty anyway, unless you're installing it wrong. You always want to make sure this little nipple here is just facing down. It's not too bad. We'll go ahead and, since we're here, I'll go ahead and clean the other ones. But like I said, I typically run these underwater to make sure all the debris that I'm chipping off here with this does a good job. But as you can see, you don't have to. And the cool thing about this is this actual piece comes out by just pulling here. Pull right up. Try not to get any of the ashes out. And I'll go ahead and kind of just empty that out here. And I do believe this is actually replaceable too, so you know, if you get this bent out of whack somehow, you can get that replaced. You know, whatever cost, 15 bucks. You know, if you have compressed air, maybe you want to go ahead and do that. This is effectively what it looks like on the inside. Like I said, you have your 2 slots here for both your elements. This is what I was talking about. Let's see here. I don't know if I can bend these back. Yeah, to show you that springiness. Yeah, you can kind of see how it kind of pushes back. So it's not hard by any means to take the elements in and out. I really don't recommend never cleaning this because you're dropping 75 bucks on it. So if you're going to be smoking like a boss, might as well be cleaning like one too. So let's go ahead and we'll reinstall these. It's simple. Like I said, you keep this little bump down, and we'll go ahead and see if I can do this with the camera here. Just find it, connect the metal on both sides, kind of push it in. And you'll know if you have a good seal on it because it just kind of feels right into place. And we'll do the same thing with this one as well. One here and one here. Food for thought, I typically actually try the device before putting the grate on because you don't want to get it all nice and set up. You're like, oh, it's not getting any good connection. So let's see what happens here. Alright, that's actually only got one going here, so let's make sure we get that, just like I was saying. There we go. Looks kind of cool. Alright, so they're fully connected. Got heat on both sides. We'll go ahead and replace the crate here. Crate, there it goes again. Alright. Screw these back in. Neat feature of this actual burner, if you leave it on too long, it will turn itself off because it overheats. It has a safety feature to prevent fires for most part, unless it's turned upside down and you have it inside of a pile of blankets. Then I don't know what to tell you about that. But if you do leave it on, it will turn off for a few minutes, come back on, turn back off, wash, rinse, repeat until somebody notices that it's raving out with lighting. So that's a cool little feature. The only thing that I've really noticed, it's not really a turn off or a bad thing about the product, but I guess it's just merely use. Oddly enough, this is the basket that you put your coals in so that you can heat it on. It kind of fits perfectly into place right there on top. There's a handle thing that you would use to go ahead and grab this and transport the coals if you'd like, but I personally never use it. I just go ahead and put the coals directly into my Lotus and kind of just go from there. But the thing that I wanted to pinpoint out is over time this will I need to actually replace this. This is one of the parts that needs replaced. Because if you take a look at it, um, I don't know if it's just a certain amount of heat. It's just it just bends these grates here, and then they kind of just get it all out of whack. I haven't replaced it because there's real no need for it. It's just that's kind of something that I've noticed, and something to watch out for. Not saying you need to buy right out the gate. Like I said, this is a year into this thing, and I haven't even considered buying another one of these. And I think this will probably run around the $15 range to get a new basket. I've heard people saying that these elements go out pretty quick, but these are still going strong for me. So I don't know. It's just, I guess it's dependent on the person and how you maintain it. I'm assuming with good maintenance, every 1 to 2 months, you give it a nice clean, blow out, clean off the ash off of the elements, because you don't want to have anything insulating these elements. You don't want any of that mess going on. So you don't want the elements running out of spec for that. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to light up about 2.5 titanium coconut coals. They're here. They're real. They're not pre-lit. And I kind of wanted to show you the speed in which they kind of make light these coals. To each person is different when they consider a coal light. I will have my opinion here on when a coal is lit, and I'll go ahead and try and time this for you and kind of give you a demonstration on just on how fast these are lit up. So we'll go ahead and just put these in here, all nice and fancy like, and I will grab my phonular device, and we'll go ahead and see what we can do with that. And stopwatch. So we have 0 seconds. You can see it. There we go. So pop and start. And we'll just set this right here. Do it like this so you can just kind of see the time. Good enough. Yeah, I think it takes about 5 minutes, maybe. I stopped paying attention because it's been so long. The best part about it is some of these ceramic burners that you buy, they run 17 bucks. 15 to 30 bucks actually, and they're all the same one too. That same exact one, this white one that has one little not speed dial, a temp dial. It runs. The thing that I find the worst thing about that particular ceramic plate is that the heat dial stops working. It will fall off. It's only 15 bucks, so you get what you pay for. I have never had an issue with that. The outside housing stays cool on this Blazn burner here, and I mean, sure, I can't use it as a. I mean, I guess technically you could use it to heat up some water or something if you'd like. If your main piece is not working or whatever, stove top isn't working, but that's just to whatever. But this has been a particularly good investment. So good, I've actually ignored even doing a review on it. it's just there, it works. I don't even have to worry about it. So that's been pretty cool. I'm gonna be lighting some coals. I'm gonna go ahead and just set me up a bowl because I ain't got time to be wasting coals. So we'll go ahead and do that. Yeah. And I'm only doing this purely for informative reasons because I don't think there's really too many videos that actually kind of give you a time frame on how fast this thing lights. we all know it's a burn. We all know it lights coals, but we kind of want to know how fast they light it. And if, if it lights it faster than when I'm used to doing it on my previous burner, then yeah, then I might consider investing in this at one point in time. But I'm pretty sure all the reviews out there are saying, yeah, this thing's good, it's great. But I'd like to kind of see for myself and show you guys, just how cool and how awesome this gets lit. In my other video, I did a review on the Samsaris bowl, and so far it's been excellent and works really, really well with how fast these coals light, because you get straight to the bowl, you get it ready, you get it set up, just quick. That's been pretty fun. So we're looking at 3.5 minutes right now, just gone by. And we're still seeing some pretty solid black coals. But I'll go ahead and be flipping these over, just kind of show you what the bottom looks like, just, already see where they're at. So we'll go ahead. Let me get some coal tongs, because I'm pretty sure they won't be safe for my fingers. So you can kind of see these coals are about halfway done. I can just looking at them. Let's see here. Let's get a nice grip on here. Kind of got halfway through the coal there. Let's go ahead and we'll flip this baby here. And we'll flip this one as well. It does get rather hot on top of this. I am not going to lie. That makes sense. It gets really, really hot. So I don't recommend leaving your hand over top very long, because that is just bossing some heat out there. Okay. So we're at exactly 5 minutes complete. Go ahead and finish this packing of this bizzo here, and by the time I'm done with that, those coals will be done too. Five and a half. Set those aside. Okay. I don't recommend wearing sunglasses, but do not stare directly into the light. This isn't a bug's life. So yeah, it's the orange light that comes off these filaments, pretty bright. So that's pretty awesome. So we're looking at these being done, man. Let me turn it off real quick. There we go. Go ahead and turn that off. So yeah, these are fully lit. Looking at the timer, I'm going to say these were done at probably maybe 6 minutes even. These are some huge coals. All of the Coconaro or the titanium coals they're thick. So it's better than going at these with a blowtorch, and these Instalight ones that last for like 4 seconds and they're good to go. Pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and yeah, I think 5 minutes and 45 seconds is the perfect time from start to finish to get these coals lit on this, and it's been really, really awesome. So yeah, let's pop that in there. Perfect. So once again, this is the Blazn burner, infrared charcoal burner. A hookah charcoal, not just charcoal. I don't want you lighting your barbecue. I mean, I guess you could light your barbecue pit with it, but don't. Get this light back on. $75, hefty investment, but I've never had to worry about my coal lighting experience again. This is literally fixed that and completed that. There's replacement parts to fix it if I ever need to. They're well within the cost range instead of having to spend 15 to 30 bucks every time the thing breaks or just ends up, being garbage. This is made by Blazn burner. You can find it on various websites. I typically use Hookah. They kind of have an awesome delivery service. So, I live within Texas, so I get my stuff within a day. So, we'll cut it off right there. Once again, this was the Blazn burner with Blazn. That's the name brand. 75 bucks. Good stuff. So we'll cut it up there. I rated about 10 out of 10 on all my stuff. So we'll catch you later. Keep smoking. Have a good one.